Yo, we got some crazy news going on today. Absolute crackpot energy going on today. Does it ever end? That's the question. Yo. Yo. Yo, 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 yo. You're... Mike, what did you do to the... I didn't do shit, bro. The thing is, everyone needs to stop crying about the price. And then we'll go up. The more you guys cry about it, it senses it in the force. We're going, what, $1? Who knows and who cares, man? You should buy. Oh, I mean, never financial advice. You didn't hear that from me. Buddy, what are you talking about? Whirlwind 067. I will ask this once. Please read the email. It does not suggest Ripple and Stellar. It says they wanted to go after him. Literally all the statement of the title says Ripple and Stellar are in the Epstein files. It literally means they are in them. You literally just said it yourself. I'm not suggesting anything nefarious is going on. They are in the files, though. Could it go to 0? It does seem more likely that, Big E, your framing is bad. Are you all right in the head? What are you talking about? Ripple and Stellar are in the Epstein files. That's literally a true fact. The hell are you even saying? No, they're not in the files. But they are. Elon's in the... I mean, there's tons of people and things, stuff and things. Lori, I'm doing stuff, Lori. Thanks. Isn't that enough? XRP went to the island. Yo, for real, dude. So many people butthurt, Mike. I don't even know why. Never mind. I'm done with the hype trains. Enjoy your day. Hey, get the hell out of here, man. The hype trains. I don't see what's hype about crypto being in the gutter. Show the receipts, dude. I'm just hearing about this. Well, we're going to dive into it. I've been seeing some screenshots. Banned. See it? Nah, I ain't going to ban them. I don't understand.
No, they're not in the files.
I guess we're going to find out right now. That's the point of the stream, man. We got to see what's real and what's not. I know I saw apparently Sailor is in the files too, and they were like saying he's a druggie and shit. But yet again, that's why I needed this emergency live stream. I need to see for myself what is true and what's not. Epstein, dude, yeah, exactly. Fucking Tony, he was all over the place. He was in every single degree of like financial and technical innovation. He had a hand in, you know, whether it was larger or not. Who knows? That's the point of what we got to find out. But people still saying that he's not like an integral part in potentially the way the world is running. I don't know, man. Who did he work for? Everyone's still kind of in denial about who he worked for. And then I saw there's even a document in there that say Donnie is compromised by, I don't even want to say the name because they'll strike the shit down, which is crazy. If you're rich and powerful, you're in the files. Yeah, Elon's in the files, and now he's trying to do some damage control on Twitter. Flip-flopping back and forth. He didn't know him, he didn't hang out with him, but then in the files, Elon's like, yo, when can I go to this party? I want to hang out and shit, and now he's like trying to backpedal it. Fuck it. Yeah, exactly. I'm with Justin on this one, dude. Everyone's sitting there crying about the prices and shit. I added more XLM to my bag yesterday. I'm adding some more of this, you can bet your ass. He is in the files but never went as far as we could see. Yet again, I mean, everyone still doesn't necessarily take into account. These things are heavily redacted and coordinated to the finest degree of what they want to show and not show. So, I mean, they could paint any sort of reality they want to try to paint. Like, you got to ask, like, why are these specific people being thrown under the bus? Because if they wanted to, they could redact everything. I mean, they're literally the ones in charge of it, or whoever's in charge of it. They could paint any sort of picture they want to paint. Redacted for national security. Yeah, right. I mean, I'm sure maybe some of it, but come on. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. What's the play then? I mean, it's not like I know, but I mean, everyone's saying everyone's like it's so black and white. When is anything in the world ever black and white? Ever? I mean, I guess some things are, but like gravity, like if you jump, you will come down, but you know what I'm saying. Also going to XLM and HBAR aisles as well. I mean, the whole crypto market goes down. We're still at the point where we're fucking following Bitcoin, so. I'm dropping a video on this in a few hours. Yo, shout out, good evening crypto, bro. This is fun, but it's not fun at the same time because it's just crazy, you know. It's fucking, excuse my French. Bitcoin can absolutely go to zero. How's Bitcoin any better than Fartcoin? I don't know. The Big E had a hand in Bitcoin, bro. He had a hand in Bitcoin. So people, I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I don't know. This is fucking crazy. This is fun. It's yet again, it's not fun because it's like it's so disgusting. Even the deeper shit, like we're in the crypto side of it, but I'm seeing all sorts of different stuff pop out of like dismembering babies, rituals, torture videos. We saw the picture of the dentist chair with all the weird masks on it. Like we're dealing. I mean, say what you will about Putin or whatever, but he was like, bro, we're up against the Satanists. That's really kind of what's going on. They even were outright saying that Donnie is compromised by Izzy, you know, which definitely appeared that way. Definitely appears that way to a certain extent. And then I'm also seeing some things floating around of, because yet again, you also got to ask, why are they dropping it now? Kevin Warsh, the new Fed chair nominee, he's also in the files. Literally all of them are implicated. The shit goes so deep, corrupt to the core, we can't even fucking fathom. It's insane. It's all about Trump's golden age. We're going back to the gold secure. I mean, level. I guess we'll find out, Tommy. If you bought Fartcoin, you still shitted. Shout out Fartcoin. All the conspiracies are true. Pizzagate's all true. There's even more stuff popping up in the files of them yet again. Oh, you bring the pizza. Did you get the pizza for the party? Bring all the different pizzas, all this shit. I mean, come on. Let's be fucking real here. But yet again, my main question is, why now? Why now? There's always a reason. And some people I was seeing, like Owen Schwartz, I forget his last name, Owen something. He was from InfoWars. I think he left InfoWars a while back. He was going back and forth with some guy on Twitter, and they were saying because Donnie didn't want to strike Iran, so maybe that's why they dropped the files. Who knows if that's true or not? I did think that was an interesting take. Iran is the next key. I mean, they were saying they got the Armada around, and if they were gonna strike, it was Friday, you know. I mean, they most likely would do it over a weekend, so the markets are closed. In my mind, seeing the coordinated sell-off before even like they could try to blame. They're sitting there trying to blame that it was because Kevin Warsh was the potential nominee, that everything coordinated and fucking dropped vertical. Someone knows something. I mean, come on. Someone knew something. It didn't just drop out of the sky for no reason. All of it. Prices are a great buy. Oh, this is a beautiful fucking price in my opinion, dude. I'm not Yet again, I mean, did the fundamentals change? Everyone's freaking the hell out. Did the fundamentals change? Are we still not going to tokenize everything and still have all the financial markets coming on chain when Paul Atkins and Michael Selig are fucking ass cheek to cheek on CNBC telling you they're trying to work for a way of the road because they don't want to fucking wait around for the corrupt morons in the fucking Senate and the House and everything to get their shit together and get fucking legislation passed. Monday, we're still in a weird spot in terms of the government shutdown though. Because it's like partially closed or something. It's all up in the fucking air. And yet again, people all over Twitter are reporting yet again that it's de facto one way or another. They're like, oh, the Senate passed the spending bill or whatever, so we're not going into the government shutdown. It still has to go to the House. There's still shit going on back and forth. And then it's like a partial shutdown. Who the fuck knows? It's all the political dance yet again. It's just timing-wise is always interesting. Why now with the files? Why now? Oh, it's a beauty. Like I said, I added more XLM yesterday. I'm waiting to pull the trigger on some more XRP. People love XRP at fucking $3.40, but they don't love it at $1.57. It's very interesting. ApeCoin will get dusted like a dead fly. Oil will skyrocket, which will force Trump's next executive decision to bring back... Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but who knows? It's a distraction. We all know it. Not why now. Buy now. Yo, shout out Johnny Knockout Music. I'm buying more. Not financial advice. Not financial advice, but I do love these prices. I'll tell you that. Guys, do me a solid. Hit the like button. I gotta figure out a rig for this camera because whenever I like lean on the table, it shakes and shit. What a time to be alive is right. You know, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. This is fucking mental. Absolute mental. Mental warfare. That's what it is. It's an assault on our eyeballs. They don't want us to believe what our eyes see. And the pandemic was literally like the test for it. And to see people like fall into line with that was like not question anything was so spectacular. Fucking Fauci, dude. Fauci was the head of reason, dude. He is the science. Who do you think you are? I am. That was Dr. Fauci. Crazy. Don't look into any of the guy's history with anything, but just believe him because the TV's telling you to believe him. I'm in rare form today, if you couldn't tell. I haven't even hit the J yet. I might hit the J, and then we really might go in deep because we're going to look into these files. Insane. If you guys are feeling froggy, you better jump, and you better hit that like button. If you're feeling froggy, you better jump. Psycho at its finest. Tap the doorman, Mike. Dive in it, yo. Don't get me hyped up right now. I'm back in any company that was meant to get taken out by the bad guys. If the bad guys are going out, yet again, you can't trust any billionaires or anything, because yet again, Ripple is in bed with the WEF and this new agenda. We can't be oblivious to that, but doesn't mean we can't try to make some motherfucking money. From South Park Butters, he's like, bitch, do you want to make some motherfucking money? That's how I am. Bitch, do you want to make some... All right, this is some bullshit. Listen to me right now. We got 141 people in here and we have 38 likes. The fuck's up with that? The fuck's up with that? You kidding me? You sitting there in your banana hammock and shit? Hit the like button. Do me a solid. This is bullish for sure. I mean, I'm buying. Disgusting medical professional went along with the lie. Remember when Sanjay Gupta went on fucking JRE? That was like, yet again, Joe, I don't know, Joe is definitely part of that, like, that elite apparatus now. But when that was one of the craziest podcasts I had ever seen. Sanjay Gupta went on there and he didn't have a fucking rebuttal for anything, dude. It was incredible. This is bullish. I wish I was born in the 40s and dead by now. Get to see the rise, not the fall. Shout out the 40s, dude. They lost that battle. Sit at home and scroll to find the truth. Iran will launch to Israel, which will destroy Temple Mount, which will be the key to rebuilding Third Temple. I don't know what any of that is. Just buy later on. It's going to stay around these numbers for a while until everything gets cleared. The thing is, like, how are you guys saying this sort of stuff so definitively? You know, I always got people saying like, oh, buy now, it's going up tomorrow. Oh, stay here, it's going down tomorrow. I mean, none of us know at the end of the day. Tomorrow fucking North Korea could come into the picture and launch an ICBM and then everything dumps again. Like, anything can happen. Spent all my chips on the dips and now I can't afford a bag of 79.9 chips. Where's the bridge at, Mike? I don't fucking know, Johnny. Price is red at the same time. Paul Atkins calls for diversification in 401ks. That's what I mean. It's all such a coordinated dance. The gold and silver, people are acting as if the gold and silver stuff doesn't come into the equation of the greater grand plan that's supposed to be going on. At the same time, they reach their peaks and they deploy Jim Cramer coming out talking about it, and then Tom Lee on CNBC, multiple appearances talking about metals as if fucking Tom Lee has a clue. I don't think it's over for metals either. You do got to wonder where all that liquidity is going to end up flowing to. People were always saying, oh, it's going to flow into crypto. Yet again, I don't know if no one has a fucking clue. We'll find out. Oh, the banks screwed us with metals. I mean, it's been proven time and time again that JP has been fucking manipulating metals since the dawn of time. So, I mean, look into the history of how they even came into the giant silver short position. I forget which bank. Someone knows. Someone can help me with the name. I got to get my brain firing. Huge market manipulation. Don't believe their lies. I don't believe anything they fucking say, dude. Yet again, the fundamentals have not changed for any of the utility cryptos, dude. When the crypto guys are out there, prices go like this, right? Prices go bang. And all the crypto guys are out here. Look at this. Look at this. Look, yeah, I mean, yet again, whoever said that, yet again, that Paul Atkins is out there saying, oh, we got to get some of this in 401ks. Take a look at this. Sentiment is down, but the signals are there if you're paying attention. The legacy players are staffing up. Just a blip. We're just getting started. Fidelity just came out the other day with their own stablecoin. No, but the market's going to zero. The market's going to zero. Shut your filthy mouth. Put some Listerine in that bitch. Because, bitch, we're going to the moon at the end of this, you know? Not financial advice. But all these guys, Morgan Stanley, Bitcoin, Solana, ETF, I mean, these guys are moving the position. Schwab. Guys, Schwab is launching crypto trading. They said the first half of this year. Evernorth is still coming in. The big money is still positioning. They don't give a fuck about any of this price. They don't give a shit. About to trade my XRP for some magic cards? I wouldn't do that, dude. Magic cards are legit. I've been trying to sell or looking into selling some of my Pokemon cards because I'm sitting on some gems, dude. I got to get PSA graded. Who's buying the dip? Me. I bought some XLM yesterday. XRP on the NASDAQ, now at 75.25. Silver will keep pumping to 300 and gold to 8,000. That settles U.S. debt. That's the key to Trump's executive order to get back to the gold-backed March 10th. Who knows, man? The thing, Boston accent, yes, sir. Do you think it's Palantir? It's crashed too? I don't know. I have a rare Mewtwo card from when the movie came out. That's legit. Magic cards. Fumble of the century, in my opinion. Yeah, for real. I would not do that. I'd buy some Pokemon cards instead, bro. Trade some XRP for that bitch. That's funny. Go Red Sox. Yes, sir. They said I could 100x off this magic card called Apocalypse Chime. I would not listen to them. All right, we got some bullshit in the streets right now. We have 165 people watching, but we have 66 likes. Who's sitting around right now with their fupa hanging out, not hitting the like button? You literally got to drag your thumb 2 centimeters. Bang, hit that like button. Boston here too. Go Pats, bitch. Hey, that's what's up. Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Oh, I got my fair share of Yu-Gi-Oh cards too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hit the like button. Sitting on the toilet. Bro, just tuck your fupa in while you're shitting. You don't want any backsplash getting on that thing. Buying privacy coins? That's what's up. You remember Pogs? I only remember Pogs because from Smosh they would say it. Hit the like button. I thought Bitcoin was for the booty band. It's not XRP. I don't know. Apparently Bitcoin's for the big E. I don't know. 175 people in here. Oh man, I'm starting to get some stage fright. I'm getting nervous. Just trigger a buy zone. Am I cracking? What the fuck? If I like the vid, will my fupa become a 6-pack? I mean, hitting the like button will like get you started on that journey. You're still gonna have to put some work in to get rid of that fupa, but hitting the like button can help decrease it. It can help decrease its soreness. Some studies show. Buy copper stock, it's the next big move. I don't know. I ain't. Tuck in your fupa. Yeah, tuck it in. The fuck? I don't want to see that shit dangling around. Are likes how you earn revenue? No, but it should be. It should be $1 a like. That would be awesome. But YouTube kind of sucks. Nah, YouTube's great, but it does kind of suck in some aspects. Buy the dip, says Haitial Fair. They were scared of XRP and XLM. They were asked to go after it so Bitcoin could be the main thing. Why? Let me tell you something, man. Why do we all think they sent fugly ass Gary Gensler on the industry? Why do we think that is? If we just had a guess. Why did Gary the Fairy come out of his fucking hole like Schmeagol with the ring? and just wreak havoc on the industry. There's your answer. Studies say that hitting the like button helps with corporal tunnel. Yo, shout out corporal tunnel, dude. Yo, you're a Lance Corporal. That's some good shit. Damn, 150. Thought we dusted this price. Might as well give me 50 cents so I can bag up more. CNBC flashed XRP at 126. Nah, they just got it confused with Solana. That's all it was. It was just a mix-up. But you could also, I know people will be like, no, it was intentional. It shows that XRP is going to 126. Who knows, man? Who knows, man? Load the wagon, son. Son. Double dip yo, if you're double dipping in here, you gotta get the fuck out of here. You're double dipping your nasty fingernails in the chip and dip. Schwartz says no $100 XRP just like Bitcoin, then the moon. He didn't say that. I literally posted a video yesterday going through all those threads. He didn't necessarily, he said it's unlikely in his opinion, which is very weird. I did a whole video on it yesterday. You should check it out. How low can it get? Listen, not financial advice, but I think XRP is going to zero. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's going to zero. Ripple comes out in the Epstein files. I'm coming out. Best sandwich I ever had in my life was at Monica's. Where the hell is that? Millionaire Dan Pena stated a long time ago. He said, I can't trust any of the guys who are like, I know who created Bitcoin, but I can't say. I think he alluded that Russia made it, but I don't know about that. Crypto is doomed if Ripple is tarnished. I don't think. Yeah, I'm not worrying about none of this shit. Yo, where's that guy who was in here? Unless he dipped when he first came in the stream, and he's like, "You're misinterpreting. Your title is misinterpreting what's going on." What are you talking about? Ripple and Stellar are in the Epstein files. I'm not framing it one way or another. It's a factual fucking statement. He is gone, Mike. Good. Get him the fuck out of here. Opulence, and Johnny Knockout Music. You guys are in charge of grabbing that guy by his dusty ass ankles and throwing him out the door. My baby is drooling all over me watching with these XRP prices. Now, were you saying baby as in like your baby? Like, oh, my baby. Like your boo thing? Or are you saying like your baby? Did we get a wrench? Nah, no wrench yet. No wrench yet. Yeah, we're going to pull up the latest e-files. I think I might hit a spliff real quick. Oh yeah, Mad Mike is back, baby. You guys like when I get amped up. Like, do I want to be this amped up at 1:20 on a fucking Saturday? No, but I woke up. Check Twitter as always. I see Jay Claver over there. Just like whatever he's saying. And then I see, and then I see all these big E things talking about Pizzagate and all this shit. And I'm like, it's Saturday. Like, can we ever just relax on a fucking Saturday? It's all this shit. And I was like, of course, I tweeted, you guys need to follow me on X. I tweeted that we were going to have an emergency live today because we need to. Pass it, bro. Let me get it ready. I'm coming out. I bought 38 XRP last night. I think I'm going in for more. You know, just play it safe, you know, never invest more than you're willing to lose. Power is about to go out with this kind of drop. Or aliens. It was weird that they threw that alien narrative out there. I got the bag for no reason. I literally had the spliff right here the whole time in the doob tube. What the fuck am I doing? Home is where you make it. You like to see homos naked? That's cool, man. What are you talking about? What the hell are you even saying? Actually made a Twitter account just to follow. Hey, I appreciate that. Need to go to the bank? Man, fuck the bank. I actually was on a call with my bank the other day because they were fucking charging a maintenance fee. Are you kidding me? And I was like, why the fuck are you guys charging me a maintenance fee? And she was like, oh, well, when's the last time you've been to... I was like, I haven't been to the bank in fucking years. I literally use the bank to fund my fucking crypto purchases. And she was like, oh. I was like, yeah, you guys are fucking irrelevant. Like, I literally don't even need you. When I got Lex Luthor out there telling me what he needs to tell me, the hell do I need the banks for? Talk about Klaus Schwab and his new nude worm odor. Are you all right? You all right? What you talking about, son? They are laundering your money, Mike. They need that fee. That is true. That is true to an extent. Yeah, Klaus Schwab. Well, Klaus Schwab is out there. That's crazy, though. He was the head of the WEF for however long, and then he just rides into the sunset. And you really think he's not out there still pulling some strings to a certain extent? I don't know about that. Lex Luthor made the superior man? What the hell are you saying? Bitcoin $78. Sailor just took a shit. Sailor shits standing up. He gets it all over his cheeks. He's an absolute mess and a half. All right, I'm trying to find the original source for where I can find Big E files. Epstein files. Here we go. I am not a robot. Are you 18 years or older? Why the fuck is it asking me that? Stupid idiots. All right. Ripple. Let's see. Ripple. What can I like? The website is so bad. Stellar. From Stellar. There's a lot of Stellars in this. Hold up. I want to find the legit source from the database. I don't want to go through Twitter. If I type in Jed. Jesus. They really do intentionally make this database super hard to navigate for that exact reason. So it's a bitch to go through. Maybe if I type in Austin Hill, because it was by Austin Hill. Austin Hill wrote on Wednesday. Oh, he's all over the place in these fucking files, so I can't even find it. Don't be scared if it crashes 90%. Waiting on SoFi? Yes, Mike Austin. Yeah, I mean, he's littered all through all of these fucking things. It's going to be hard to find. More like what has been happening to crypto is now happening to silver. I'm trying to figure out. Stellar isn't so stellar. Here we go. Here we go, satellite radio. All right. Let's dance, baby. Let's dance, bitch. Okay. Let's dance, bitch. So, what do we got? From Austin Hill on July 31st, 2014. Subject, Stellar isn't so stellar. Hi guys, we obviously have seen stellar.org. I'm not sure what the relationship with Jed and the team are. I know obviously some of the players, but this is a problem for us. Would one of you please give me a call at blank? I can explain some of the issues, but basically I've been asked by the other co-founders to reduce or take your allocation away. Ripple and Jed's new Stellar are bad for the ecosystem we are building, and it does our company damage to have investors who are backing two horses in the same race. Happy to discuss a fair way to deal with this. From Austin. Okay. So the main thing. So Austin is the one who said this, and he sent it to Jeff. And this guy, Jochi Ito, and CC Reed Hoffman. Interesting. Oh, can you really click that? Interesting. Wow, 2014 he was saying this. So, I mean, yet again, the main thing is we got to dive more into Austin Hill. But I remember Austin Hill popping up a couple of years ago or something, and he was posting some hit pieces on Ripple. Told you about this, boss? You told me about what? Epstein case NR589? I don't know what that is. Solid gold toilets for everybody. Interesting. Let me see. I knew a guy named Austin Hill. I know Frank, or Hank Hill rather.
Is XRP really in the files?
I mean, I didn't say XRP, but they mentioned Ripple and Stellar not being good for their business opportunity. Whatever specific business opportunity they're talking about is now the main question, and we got to look into who this Austin Hill guy actually is. Bro, just read about XLM. Yeah, just what the hell are you saying? And then David came on the scene yesterday. I don't
sound like that.
He came on the scene today. And he said, I don't know of any connections between Jeffrey Epstein and Ripple, XRP, or Stellar. I know of any evidence anyone at Ripple or Stellar ever met with Epstein or anyone closely connected to him. There are some indirect ties between Epstein and the people connected to Bitcoin in various ways, but that's probably true of most of the very wealthy people. I mean, of course he's gonna come out here and I don't know. He's been kind of weirding me out lately. The fact that I covered it in the video yesterday, the fact that he came out here and was like, "Oh, I think it's really unlikely for XRP to ever hit $100," even though he's the same guy in the same breath who years ago was like, XRP needs to be a high price to be able to perform the way it's supposed to perform. I guess whatever his high price in his mind actually is, you could try to decipher, but I don't know. That was weird. No sound? What are you talking about? No sound. Don't know of any connections between Jeffrey. Oh, well, of course you would say that. Even if he knew that, he wouldn't say that. Anyone who comes out here and says that he's going to get fucking whacked. I want to find out who Austin Hill is. Because like I said, I remember seeing him. Austin Hill. Is this the guy? Co-founder at Machine Systems. Is this the guy? XRP doesn't need to be a high price, but it also needs to be stable and non too volatile to be a base settlement. Let me just ask Gronk, dude. Who is Austin Hill in the Epstein files referring to XRP and... Oh, I guess I'll say Ripple and Stellar so it knows what I'm talking about. I got money on Judy Shelton. Shout out Judy Shelton, bro. Look deeper into Schwartz's statement. He's not saying he can't hit $100. I did a video on it yesterday. Billionaires playing their usual games. XRP and XLM are bad for their human... Ooh, that's true. David is an enemy now? I don't know about that, but just some of the stuff he's been saying lately is kind of odd to me. Why wouldn't this info come out during the Biden admin since they wanted to destroy crypto? You always got to question. You always got to question why now. Yeah, don't count Judy out. Really? Yo, Zerp. What up, Zerp? Yo, Zerp, I tried to ask a question in GDLT stream yesterday, and he was like, no, I'm not going to answer that. I was like, oh, okay. All right, I'm out. Peace. Austin Hill is a Canadian entrepreneur investor in cyberpunk and cypherpunk with a long history in cryptography, privacy technologies, and blockchain. Co-founded Zero Knowledge Systems in 1997, a company focused on developing tools for online privacy, anonymity, and electronic cash systems. In 2014, he co-founded and served as CEO of Blockstream, a prominent Bitcoin infrastructure company that employs many core Bitcoin developers and focuses on scaling and enhancing the Bitcoin network through innovations like sidechains. Interesting shit we got going. Interesting shit. In the context of the recently unsealed Big E files released by... Okay, we get that. He appeared... Reid Hoffman. With Reid Hoffman, LinkedIn co-founder and Blockstream board member. The email dated... Yeah, he didn't like that they were competitors to the Bitcoin ecosystem that Blockstream was building. I've been asked by the other co-founders to reduce or take your allocation away. Ripple and Jed's new Stellar are bad for the ecosystem we are building, and it does our company damage to have investors who are backing two horses in the same race. Interesting. The email reflects early crypto industry rivalries in 2014, where Blockstream, Bitcoin Focus, viewed Ripple and Stellar as threats. It pressured Epstein and Ito, a apparent or potential investors in Blockstream not to support the competing projects, implying Epstein might have been considering or involved in investments across multiple crypto ventures. Ito was an advisor to the Stellar Foundation at the time and had ties to Epstein through MIT Media Lab funding from Epstein-linked foundations, which Ito later apologized for and committed to returning. However, there's no evidence in the files or related reports or of direct connections between Epstein and Ripple or Stellar. All right, yeah, that's not, we're not saying that's the case. It's just interesting that they even pop up in emails regarding this guy of yet again having potential touch points with Ripple and Stellar, because he's saying, this Austin guy's like, yo, I don't want you fucking supporting opposing teams, essentially. Interesting. With some XRP supporters accusing Bitcoin advocates of misinterpreting it to tarnish Ripple, while others interpret it as evidence of establishment opposition to Ripple and Stellar's tech. Hill left Blockstream around 2017 and is focused on other ventures, including machine phase systems. Interesting. Interesting shit we got going on. Interesting. Judy Shelton would be fantastic. Yeah, she advocates. Austin Hill is the peanut butter cracker mogul. What the fuck does that even mean? Look up Weevil Underwood next. Blockstream was a company Austin Hill is representing, in case that hasn't been died. Figured. Saw that, I figured. Yeah. Judy. David is the next Gary Gensler. Yo, come on. Did you see Bill Gates getting STDs on Russian hookers? I saw something about that too. Is your title true? I just read through it all. I just read through it all. I can't believe the screen. Kevin's mom also passed away too. Who the hell is Kevin? Who the hell is Kevin? Hi, Kevin. Shout out, Kevin. It's a good job XLM and XRP was in the Epstein file, though I read that. Home Alone. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Kevin from Home Alone. Kevin Cheese Pizza. Round of applause for Bill. Yes, Kevin's mom was a good person. Jeffrey probably blackmailed the fuck out of Bill. I mean, they got, like, he had a fucking painting of him in a blue dress. That's a little weird. And then there's like emails talking about him and Donnie like blowing Bubba and shit, like a lot of weird stuff. Then I'm happy your title is true. Chainlink for the win. Shout out Chainlink. I'm sure Chainlink will do well too. So these bums did not like the competition. Corrupt motherfuckers never like competition for obvious reasons, but interesting. Let me see. Let me see some more, father. Where the hell is my Twitter page? There it is. How's life treating you, Mike? I'm vibing, bro. I'm vibing. Oh, God, Brian Armstrong.
Agree, let's do it.
About putting more allocation to the 401ks. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I haven't fact-checked this, but Chicago's Metropolitan Capital Bank and Trust was this year's first bank to fail. If that's true. Okay, still working. All right, so in regards to the Austin Hill thing, oh, this is the Austin Hill guy. Stability questions, dog Ripple consensus protocol after, oh, this is in 2014. He tweeted this. Stability questions dog Ripple consensus protocol after Stellar Network fork. Interesting. Stellar Network fork prompts concerns over Ripple consensus protocol. Interesting. 2014. Now this is not clickbait. Not clickbait. Just went through it. You should be able to rewind the stream. We've been live for 40 minutes already. But what an opportunity. Interesting. So much going on right now. Okay, so this is more. Recent Epstein email leaks show that entities controlled by beep trafficker Jeffrey Epstein funded Blockstream investments with $500,000 in 2014 through Joy Ito from the MIT Media Lab. If only someone had warned the Bitcoin and crypto space about this. Transactions involving hedge investment, Blockstream investment, 9/9/2014, Jochi Ito. Yeah, so we gotta like dig deep into who the Jochi Ito guy is and more of the Austin Hill stuff. Southern Financial LLC. The Epstein relationship opened in March 1985 with an individual account for Jeffrey E. Epstein. Non-broker transaction. I mean, we saw this one. I covered this way long ago on the channel. The subject, the digital currency initiative. FYI, used gift funds to underwrite this, which allowed us to move quickly and win this round. Thanks, Joy. Yeah, Joy pops up a lot in these. The way that Bitcoin is organized currently is that there are 5 core developers and around 100 contributors to the core code. The 5 core developers are like Linus Torvalds of Linux. They decide what changes are made to the core code. One of the 5 is the lead developer, Vladimir, however the fuck you say it. And one is the chief scientist, Gavin. Gavin, Vladimir, and Corey, an important contributing developer, were being paid out of a non-profit organization called the Bitcoin Foundation. A few weeks ago, it blew up when one of the board members declared the foundation bankrupt. Interesting. Many organizations scrambled to step into the vacuum created by the foundation and take control of the developers. We moved quickly talking to all of the various stakeholders, and the 3 developers decided to join the Media Lab. This is a big win for us. This is so crazy. This is so crazy that people really like the whole narrative of the anonymity around Bitcoin. Like people just, oh no, don't, and Sailor, don't worry, Satoshi made Bitcoin and he rode off into the sunset. Yeah, it's that fucking simple, you goofballs. Are you kidding me? You know how much fucking money is flown into Bitcoin? And the narrative is always so worried about, don't worry who created Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. We're all Satoshi. We're all Satoshi. And everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Because we're all Satoshi. Shut the fuck up, Michael Saylor, you fucking drug goofball. Who literally, he's in the files too. Insane. Yeah, don't worry. Don't question. Don't question. Don't question who made Bitcoin. Don't question it. Shut the fuck up, you idiot. Idiot, bro. Insane. Anyone like telling you Bitcoin only, there's no Jack Mahler.
I truly believe that there is no other spaces in the digital asset space. It's only Bitcoin. That's the only opportunity. Anyone saying shit like that, and also like, oh, don't even think about who created it. Red flag, big time rush. All right, now I want to see about Michael Saylor. What is this? Title, Michael Saylor. Oh my God, is this fucking for real, bro? So is this, oh, I think this is Jeffrey's email. gvacation@gmail. I think this is all right, so from Peggy Seigel. Title, Michael Saylor. Yo, Mozerps with the $10 super chat. Mo. You're the goat, Mo. I appreciate that. Absolute goat. $10 super chat. I will be buying the dip with that. Don't you worry. That's going into my XRP honey fund. I've never seen price jump 4 cents and 4 cents. I think the foundation is effective altruism. Hell yeah, I have. All right, so let's check out this Michael Saylor thing. This is a description of the guy I told you about with the 160-foot Fed ship that Jim Coleman introduced me to at Elton John's party at the Oscars. You told me to charge $25,000 for a few lunches and or dinners. I am meeting him Tuesday in New York. From Jim Coleman. Regarding Michael, I don't know him that well, What I know is he is a typical computer guy who is trying to break out into social acceptance. Think he has been taking the wrong route from what I can tell and thrown a lot of money and attracting mostly the wrong crowd. When you are running around the world on a global with all the toys, dude, the way these people type is so fucking crazy. With all the toys and throwing money around, it helps, but only to a certain degree. Not sure he gets the whole picture. If he pays you enough, it could be a client for you. Hope this helps you. Interesting. I want to see more. Give me more. Michael Saylor, corporate chairman. Michael Saylor. His name shows up a lot. His name is showing up a lot in these. Michael Saylor, corporate chairman. Independent filmmaker project, Spring Gala. This is back in 2010. Fuck is this? Interesting. It's that same thing. What does he just pop up? Let me see. You go to Twitter again. What is this one? My apologies regarding Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, this is from Joy Ito. This is from Joy Ito. Joichi Ito and Epstein had a personal acquaintance, Gary Gensler. I mean, I believe it, bro. Anyone who puts down the diversification of assets is not your friend. Exactly. That's a fucking true statement right there, dude. True statement, 100%. My apologies regarding Jeffrey Epstein. I'm sure that most of you, if not all of you, have seen the recent news stories about Jeffrey Epstein, and I owe it to you to address my prior affiliation with him. Yeah, all of a sudden, now that these come out, all these guys are like, oh, maybe I should address it. Same thing with Elon, dude. Elon was always trying to, like, frame it as if he had no affiliation. He keeps moving the goalposts now that his name is popping up a lot in the emails and, like, asking him about, like, oh, when's the next, like, raging party at your island and shit. Elon keeps moving the goalpost. And remember, he also said months and months ago when him and Donnie had the blowout, and he was like, oh, don't worry, Donnie, yeah, just want to say Donnie's in the Big E files and everything will come to light. Have a good day, bye. Remember, he just tweeted that. Interesting that he knows that, but yet still supported him. And then in the same drop of the files and everything, they're claiming that Donnie is compromised by Izzy. I met Epstein in 2013 at a conference through trusted business friend, and in my fundraising efforts for MIT Media Lab, I invited him to the lab and visited several of his residencies. I want you to know that in all of my interactions with Epstein, I was never involved in, never heard him talk about, and never saw any evidence of the horrific acts that he was accused of. That said, I take full responsibility for my error in judgment. I am deeply sorry to those survivors, to the Media Lab and the MIT. Okay, so then that immediately raises even more red flags, because hold up. Hold the phone. Because Biggie was convicted in 2008. 2008, this guy was convicted. So yet again, all these guys, 2014, all this shit they're dealing with this guy. I don't know. I didn't know he was a bad guy. He was convicted in 2008 for this shit. I take full responsibility of my error or judgment. Regrettably, over the years, the lab has received money through some of the foundations that he controlled. I knew about these gifts and these funds were received with my permission. I also allowed him to invest in several of my funds, which invest in tech startups, companies outside of MIT. More noise. These crypto YouTubers are the biggest losers going on. Bro, your fupa's hanging over your fucking keyboard right now as you're trying to type it. I don't know what to tell you. If you're even a real person, KLab3824. Again, I apologize to you, my friends and colleagues, and most importantly, to the survivors. Yeah, I'm sure. These guys are always, we're sorry. What's that from, dude? I'm sorry. That's from South Park with Chevron. after they destroy everything, and then the fucking CEO comes on and he's like, we're sorry. Yeah, you're sorry after the fact. I'm sure they're very sorry. Watch for the black swan to distract. Yeah, the BP oil spill. Yeah. Because they released like Cthulhu or something. Elon wore a FMA theme Halloween costume. These people are evil. I don't even know what that is. Enjoy your mom's basement. Bro, I got your mother hiding under my couch right now, dude. It's coming. And get your fat ass out of here, you ugly bastard. Peace out. Let me see. Just hold. Hold! Hold the line! You motherfucker. Yeah, dude, who do you think's under my desk right now? Fucking guacking that shit, dude. That guacamole action going on. Like, give me a wrench, please. 5 British pounds. Yo, I appreciate that, Daz. Daz 69. I appreciate that. You're the GOAT. Thank you. Give me the wrench. What's up, mofos? Yo, pale moonlight. I have upgraded. I am in the basement. Okay. There you go. What's up, mofos? What up? I'll be giving wrenches out eventually. Daz. Appreciate you, Daz, with the 5 British schmeckles, dude. From the land down under. Dip is gonna keep dipping. Hey, if you got fucking Chuck E. Cheese coupons on the side, you better be converting that to XRP. So, never financial advice. Guys, be sure to hit the like button. Do me a solid. We got 256 people in here. Buy USAT. Yeah, that's a good investment, honestly. 140 likes. Appreciate that. Let's get it up. FMA is a goat depiction of Satan, male, female, like in is it in Paranormal Activity? That thing in the book that looks like a goat. I bought a bunch of Ondo this morning. Maybe not a bad play. Maybe not a bad play, brother. You should do radio with a voice like that, brother. I mean, I'm essentially doing a radio show kind of right now. Who listens to the radio, though, you know? I don't know what a wrench is, but now I do want one. Oh, God, everyone wants a wrench now. It'll turn into fucking Game of Thrones in here so quick. Just as long as my XRP utility never changes, it will be used and I will be rich. You don't hit the like, we will find you. Exactly. Exactly. Let me see. We got some more stuff. Bingo. Yeah, I saw that. This was an interesting take. Yet again, this guy's saying you refused to attack Iran. That is why the files were released today. I got no clue. But interesting. Good afternoon, peeps. Are we rich yet? You're gonna get tired of winning. Route 66. You're gonna get so tired of winning. Especially after a fatty. Clarity. That's my clarity. It's always a badass chat. Bunch of like-minded people. Yeah, some people be speaking some nonsense, but overall, no, you guys are chill for sure. So some people be saying some out-of-pocket shit, but it's all right. You're always gonna get a couple of those. All right, so what's DAI talking about? So what is this email from Austin Hill? Oh, we're talking about Ethereum and Stellar. Ooh. Ooh, interesting. I would never. It's just, what is, I do, we've been streaming for 55 minutes. I can't keep rehashing it. I just went through it all. You can rewind the stream. This is my favorite crypto channel, chilled. No bullshit, informative, funny conspiracy theories. I appreciate that, Daz. You're the GOAT. Fatties all day until we rock it. This is like everything else. Something is happening in the behind the scenes. My head hurts. Take some Advil. Is there a platform where we can see all the XRP transactions like directly from Ripple? Yeah, you should be able to. There's definitely some of that. Spliff after spliff. Dude, I got this spliff here. I don't know. Is this the time? Is this the time? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to have an existential crisis reading about the Big E after smoking a spliff, but it might have to be. If we get a $10 super chat, I'll go hit the spliff, and then we'll come back, and I'll be fucking losing my mind. I stopped smoking cannabis 55 years ago. It's definitely for the better. Definitely for the better, you know. Your sleep. I mean, your overall health improves. You're only supposed to be breathing fucking air in your lungs, obviously. But holy shit, does it disrupt your sleep. At least from my experience. I mean, I don't know how anyone can kind of just like chemically avoid that. It fucks with your sleep big time. Oh, here we go, dude. Henry Dacus, bro. Oh, here we go. You want me to have a fucking meltdown, bro? I appreciate that, though. The $10 super chat. Shout out Henry. Henry Hill, dude. Absolute goat. Light that shit up, Elroy. What the fuck? Elroy. All right. I'll be right back. You don't got to ask me twice. Dude, let's go. Let's go. Fucking ready. Frickin' ready. Dude, from Grown Ups, that might be one of the best scenes ever in a movie, dude, when he goes, come on, Wiley, you go down dangling by your feet. And he goes, on my feet? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, you're an animal. And he goes, I'm an animal. And he fucking dangles by his feet, goes flying down the water park. That's the best scene. All right, I got something on my face. Oh, man, that's so unfortunate. Let me grab a drink. Come on, Wiley. I'm an animal. My friend smoked that much weed, he turned into a plant. I hope he's okay. What is the eyeball on the TV? It's an eyeball. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see what the fuck's going on with this now. So how much crypto did Epstein hold? He held $7 trillion, dude. Take a piss, too? No, we're okay. We're back. We're cooking. All right. Hit the like button. It's go time, bitch. Appreciate the super chats today, guys, for real. Absolute goated behavior from the comment section. Or the chat, rather. All right, I'm dabbing some Ecto Cooler and Straw Guava. Yo, I don't know what that is, but that sounds fucking elite, honestly. What up, Word Bear? Wow, 7 trillion. Yes, sir. Dabbing some Ectomorph. I think I'm an Ectomorph. I don't know if Ectomorph is the fat one or like the skinnier one. I don't know. All right, a goal is to be able to prevent corruption to the Gates Foundation assets that are giving away. Follow a chain. That's an interesting statement right there. That's interesting. I don't want to lose my job, so I'm over here raw dogging life. The fact that like I would never be able to fucking stay at a job that's like drug testing you. I'm like, it's none of your fucking business what I do. Well, are you in a state where it's illegal? Because I feel like the government would definitely get in on that action. Like if employers, because they want to make that tax money, dude. The taxes on fucking legal cannabis is insane. Rakes in so much money. It's just another form of like the cigarette industry, bro. Like they make it so potent, fucking addictive and all this shit. All right, but okay, but I'm concerned. This is from Austin Hill again. This guy's showing up everywhere. But I'm concerned because they are exploring Ethereum and Stellar, which have probably broken security models of you that have the right cryptographers and scientists on your team. Sent from one of my many test mobile devices while on the go and changing the world. So my apologies for any typos. What a fucking weird statement. And yet again, of course, here we go. Yeah, you're telling me they block all these out for national security? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all, Chief. Wow, so for the Gates Foundation, a goal is to be able to prevent corruption to the Gates Foundation assets that are giving away. Follow a chain. What an interesting statement. Because we know Bill Gates is all over these I mean, it's Microsoft too. Microsoft's fucking a giant, you know? Interesting. I have concerns, but I'm concerned because they are exploring Ethereum and Stellar, which have probably broken security models of you have the right. Yeah, he's fucking mistyping all over the place, dude. No, there's no way to remove the redactions. I think they did slip up in the first drop of that. There were some bugs or ways you could do it, but they definitely fixed that. There's no chance. But what a egotistical clown too. Sent from one of my many test mobile devices while on the go and changing the world. So my apologies for any typos. Really? You're that busy you can't fucking just type normally? All right, so from the Big E, okay with me, Austin Hill. I don't think the NSA deserves to hear what we say on Skype after blank gave them the full listening capabilities to all Skype calls via Echelon. What the fuck are these guys saying? We use appear.in, which is encrypted. Real-time video that can be done ADHOC and in the privacy of your own mind. What the fuck, dude? These people should not be able to use god dang encrypted anything. They're out there fucking dismembering babies and shit. And yet again, sent from one of my many mobile devices while on the go and changing the world. So my apologies for any typos. If I'm there, of course, otherwise Skype a phone easy. So Jeffrey's like, Skype is nothing. You could call me up on Skype if you want. So then Austin Hill wrote, "Hi Jeffrey, I hope you are well. My apologies for interrupting in what I'm sure is a crazy media storm for you and your team. I will be in New York next week and would always appreciate your advice and counsel on a few things, both business, Bitcoin, personal, and esoteric mind games that we play. Should you have time for me and think it appropriate for a visit, I would welcome the chance for a drop in." What the fuck? This is so crazy, dude. And people will still buy Bitcoin. That's the thing. People will say, this guy is much more involved. Like, there's no fucking way. In Bitcoin specifically, like, I'm sure digital assets as a whole, because yet again, he was in bed with the MIT division. But it's so crazy. It's so crazy. No one's been arrested. They arrested Ghislaine for trafficking to nobody. It's just, they're all involved. Like, that's really the scary thing. It's like, it's all corrupted. It's corrupted from the core. It actually is. And there's nothing you could do about it because they're the ones in charge of it. Like Pizzagate and everything. All these things are fucking brushed under the rug and no one gets in trouble for it. Unless the occasional once in a while they throw someone to the flames as the fall guy, the patsy. Dude, the thing is, they don't even need a get out of jail free card, bro. That's the thing. They're satanic. It's not a joke. There definitely is a certain element to this that is that crazy. I mean, people like will hear that and be like, "Oh, this guy's a fucking crackpot and shit." But I don't know, dude. Like, you could just look like Bohemian, like all these different secret societies that are offshoots. They exist, or at least they have existed. Like you look into the Vatican. I'm not saying anything about the Vatican, but the Vatican's an interesting place. Where's the TV? Up and to the left. XRP crashed. The whole market crashed. We're kind of, recovering a little bit. We're up a couple of cents, but I think we tapped like 154. Some people can't handle being wealthy. Bro, people can't even handle being at like base reality, let alone when you add the element of that much money. People are stupid. I'm not saying I'm smart, but people are stupid. A good chunk of them. Literally 90% corrupt, compromised honeypot threats soon will come to an end. I don't know about that. I don't think anything ever happens, honestly. Eyes wide shut. Yep, that's definitely a part of it. Definitely an element. Former Pope has been dealt with. Assets seized from the Vatican. Interesting. This is a crazy email. A goal is to be able to prevent corruption to the Gates Foundation assets that are giving away. I want to understand what this sentence is. to the Gates Assets Foundation. The Gates Foundation assets that are giving away. Is he talking about, like, first of all, I guess, what actually is the Gates Foundation? Like, I know they do grants and that sort of shit. Is it a non-profit? Is that what that is? Gronk, where are you, Gronk? He has a real plank. I know he's doing just fine. Yo, I gotta get a peg leg. What is the Gates Foundation? Put simply, because I don't need the whole shebang right now. I want to keep the show on the road. The Gates Foundation. Obviously, I've heard of the Gates Foundation, but I've never actually looked into kind of what specifically they do. The Gates Foundation, formerly known as Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation until early 2025, is a massive private charitable organization started by Bill Gates and Melinda French Gates in 2000. Put simply, it's one of the world's largest philanthropies with tens of billions in assets, around 77 billion recently reported, focused on fighting extreme poverty, disease, and inequality globally. Why do I not believe that? Its main goals are improving global health, vaccines, fighting diseases like malaria, TB, HIV. I've heard stuff about vaccine programs they've run where it's had really bad effects on people, like over in Africa and shit. Yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know, interesting. Yeah, reducing poverty. Okay, so yeah. I mean, of course, if there was ever going to be a evil, like, private organization like that, they would never obviously say we're up to doing good things. Insane. It spends billions each year. Recent budgets around $8 to $9 billion annually on grants, partnerships, research, and programs, often partnering with government, NGOs, and organizations like the WHO. Warren Buffett has also been a major contributor. The core belief, every life has an equal value, and it aims to help people, especially kids everywhere, live healthier, more productive lives. Yeah, I don't believe that at fucking all. I don't believe that. I mean, yet again, maybe some, but I think that would be a good organization if you were an evil fucking spy. If you were an evil spy, right? And you were gonna yet again compromise all the people at the forefront of technology, medicine, all the advances that the human race needs to eventually make it to whatever the next thing is, AI. This would be a good one to get compromised on. And, you know, there's a reason Bill was hanging around this guy. And I love the interview of when I think Melinda, his ex-wife, whoever it was on like 60 Minutes, and they try to ask her about, hey, do you know what your husband's relationship was to Jeffrey Epstein? She shut it up immediately. She's like, no, I'm not going to talk about any of that. That's his business. I'm not talking about it. So there's a reason, whatever that reason may be. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? Not me. Charlie Munger warns Buffett's, so I've heard. Iran leader, our goat fucker. What the fuck? Ethereum and Stellar. Interesting. Jeffrey Epstein's shocking 2016 email just dropped in the DOJ's massive 3 million file dump. More than one Satoshi exists. All right, let me just read it. Please, just read it. Okay, from Jeffrey Epstein to Rafat Al-Sbaga. I don't know what that is. Aziz. This was in 2016. The two more radical ideas would be to form two new currencies, one called the Sharia. Would be like a dollar, but every dollar has printed on it "In God We Trust." Middle East could have its own Sharia for internal use amongst Muslims. In addition, a digital currency like Bitcoin could be used to form a new Sharia-compliant digital currency. Very exciting. I've spoken to some of the founders of Bitcoin who are very excited. I have not heard any dates from you. Please note, the information contained in the communication is confidential, may be attorney-client privileged, may constitute inside information, and is intended only for the use of the addressee. Is the property okay? Interesting. All right, so now I gotta look that on my own, because I'm not just gonna believe that straight up. Hold up. The two more radical ideas. Let me type that in. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, it is here. I've spoken to some of the founders of Bitcoin who are very excited. would be to form two new currencies, one called the Sharia. It would be like $1, but every dollar has printed on it. In God we trust, the Middle East could have its own Sharia. This is crazy. This is crazy. This guy, whoever the fuck he actually works for and shit, this is like the guy who has potentially shaped a lot of the way the world has been going, like the direction it's been going, which is so crazy to say. You know, Bill is a she and Melinda is a he, just saying. What? What the hell? What do you mean? Let me see. Yeah, they're very vile, to say the least, you know? To say the least. Damn. There's a lot of interesting crypto ones in this time. A lot of interesting drops. Damn, son. Damn, son. Where'd you find that? Let me put this back. There you go. All right, Sailor. Getting absolutely cooked, apparently, in the Big E emails. Oh, Robin Hood. Well, I don't know if it means that Robin Hood or like the cartoon or whatever, but let's see. Okay. When these people post it, the quality is actually so ass. Let me look at it on the actual database then, because I don't know what the fuck these people are uploading it in like 240p. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood. The name Robin Hood shows up a lot when you type this in. I don't know what these actually are. It shows up a lot. Holy shit, what the hell? There's like fucking pages and pages of Robin Hood. Oh, so what can I type in? Title Robin Hood. All right, let me fucking try that. Jeez. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? I'm not seeing this on here. That's it. Yep, here we go. All right, boys. All right. Peggy Sagal again. Robin Hood Canes. I would love to go to Robin Hood and can sit at my table. Hopefully I might know some of the people at the table. But if this is a hassle, I can call Liz Smith and easily buy a ticket for the literacy partners at Lincoln Center. It says Sailor is a complete creep. Wait, what? Wait. And Michael Saylor given $25,000 for food and the opportunity to get his name on the invite and meet a hip group. Saylor is a complete creep. He has no personality, sort of like a zombie on a drug. Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? It is in the original thing. Sailor is a complete creep. He has no personality, sort of like a zombie on a drug. Michael Saylor given $25,000 for food and the opportunity to get his name on invite and meet a hip group. What the fuck, dude? What the hell? Being called a creep by a... What, dude? Well, this is from Peggy. Whoever Peggy is. Peggy Sagal. What the fuck? Sailor drops some pocket change to be there, literally nothing to him, and gets this awesome endorsement that the Epstein crowd don't think he's a good blackmail target. Impressive. Dude, what the fuck? This guy, yeah, is trying to spin that narrative. Holy shit. Operating effective. Yeah, of course, here we go with some more bullshit. Due to a lapse in government shutdown, the SEC is currently operating in accordance with the agency's plan for operating during a shutdown effective January 31st. And until further notice, the agency will have a very limited number of staff members online. Never ends. Yeah, and he's over here trying to do potential damage control about Ripple, XRP, or Stellar. But yet again, I don't know. Yet again, I don't even know if the people who are real are like, oh, you're just fucking clickbaiting that they're in the files. That's a true statement. I'm not framing it in any sort of way. I could have. Doesn't even make any sense. Yet again, it's the same thing with like the plane rides where they were first trying to, when this whole narrative came out, and it's slowly expanding to realize how corrupt it truly is, even though we all kind of had an idea. The original narrative they obviously tried to paint with this is like, oh, the celebrities, you know, and trying to throw the ones that are, who maybe were more innocent, like you look at Chris Tucker and shit, who would just, like, who knows if they were up to anything evil, but it's obviously some people who were involved in this that didn't necessarily do anything, maybe just brush shoulders, but the ultimate blackmail. Ultimate blackmail. Interesting. Absolutely insane email from Epstein to Peter Thiel about Bitcoin in 2014. So to Peter Thiel from Jeffrey. Subject, as I told you. First, it appears that there is a little agreement on what Bitcoin is. Store of intrinsic value, if any. Currency, property, architecture, payment system, etc. Conflicting goals. Anonymous but transparent public ledger. Like the continuum. Wait, what? Now the continuum? Is that what that says? Now in the gender classification, fitting things into narrow boxes seems old school. Man presenting as a woman smells like property presenting as currency. Anyway, more when I see you. Do you think this is the first step in upping the anti-Bitcoin pressure? What? Now I gotta fucking see if that's real. Are you kidding me? First it appears. Whoa. First it appears. Yeah, it's here. It's here. First, it appears that there is little agreement on what Bitcoin is. Store of intrinsic value, if any. Currency, property, architecture, payment systems, etc. Conflicting goals, anonymous but transparent. That was back in 2014, July. Peter Thiel wrote, do you think this is the first step in upping the anti-Bitcoin pressure? And then he linked to this. What is this? New York Gov. I'm not going to type that into it. Damn. But guys, just Satoshi made, only Satoshi made Bitcoin. Only Satoshi made Bitcoin, and he rode off into the sunset and gave it to the world. That's it. It was just one guy. Shut up, you fucking idiot, bro. Like, who believes that shit? Whoever believed that shit? Countries will roll tanks into the streets and fight it out Battlefield 6 style in the fucking streets before potentially letting this random technological innovation that could potentially threaten other currencies. You don't think they were ever gonna get to the bottom of that? Even if it was just, yet again, some solo guy who just made it in his basement or some shit, and it gained that much traction over time, is being used for all these illicit activities. You don't think the government was ever gonna get to the bottom of whoever that fucking guy was, or compromise it to some extent? Yeah, I mean, come on. It sounds so crazy even saying it out loud, just throwing shit against the wall. Insane. Bitcoin immaculate inception from God, sure. Hit the like button, yo, I appreciate that. Japan should sue Satoshi for defamation. Isn't it lovely knowing the world is run by scumbags, bro? The thing is, like, scumbags is actually putting it lightly, which is a crazy thing to say. I think we're talking about literal demons, or like Satanists, yeah, which is crazy. Crazy to say. Conspiracy World, 4chan, GLP, now all going. See, I told you so, I told you. The thing is, like, yeah, just to the like the people who were never tapped into any of this and who still truly believed the mainstream media. Like, I don't know. Like, I never believed this. Like, I think they're on it because we talk about it all the time. Like, what percentage of the fucking people on the internet are even real? Because, like, on my TikTok account, when I post shorts and stuff, it's all bots. It's all bots trying to, like, scam and all this shit. Like, there's no real people on that side of it when I'm posting. Like, YouTube, I've seen it a lot on X, which is scary. You'll see a tweet that is the exact same. and you'll read it and you just go, it's so generic, and that looks like kind of just like a generic kind of like picture of a person. You click it, you'll scroll through your feed a week or two later, you'll see the exact same tweet. You click it, it's a lot, it's all fake, you know? It's a problem. I mean, to think that that was never going to be, algorithms and everything already try to mind control you. So you really think that, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, no one believes fucking CNBC, Tom Lee, and that stupid shit on there. Like, so they're like, all right, how are we going to do it now? There's always going to be a next iteration of it. Can I blow your mind about Satoshi Nakamoto? If you say you spell it backwards or something, or what it translates to, like CIA, I know that already. You have some clones on X now, bot clones. Yeah, dude, it's all over the place. It's fucking unbearable. Unbearable. So Bitcoin, here we go with this. What's up with this now? Jeffrey Epstein knew about Bitcoin as early as 2011 and invested in Bitcoin and crypto startups, though his interest was more about profit than philosophy. He was skeptical Bitcoin would ever go mainstream. Let me read it. Excuse me. We just read that. To Jeffrey, from Jeffrey. Read about blockchain and digital currencies. However, Bitcoin is considered property by the IRS, a security by the SEC, and a financial instrument by the Commodities Commission. If Mongolia would issue a new coin, it would be the first real currency, as a real currency must be backed by a sovereign. The Bitcoin idea is brilliant, but I suggest has some serious downsides, as I'm sure you are aware of. If you can find time, please call my New York office. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Crazy. This is insane. Dude, the Bitcoin narrative is getting tarnished right now a little bit, but yet again, I think they'll do a good job like of just psyoping people into it again. It's so crazy. Now I know why probably the markets all tanked at the same time. They got wind that this was dropping. That's what I imagine. All this type of shit. I'm talking gold and everything. I don't know. Because nothing happened. They were trying to blame it that he picked Kevin Warsh as the Fed chair. I don't know how true that is. I imagine the big money either got wind that these were dropping or that we were moving on Iran to some capacity. Because I saw some reports, I don't know if they're true yet, that they're reporting some explosions going on over there. I got no clue for that. No clue. I want to just type in Bitcoin on the database and see what comes up. Bitcoin. More like shitcoin. Belcher, baby. Bitcoin financial regulations, securities, derivatives, and prediction markets and gambling. April 10th, 2014. Bitcoin presents a unique challenge to policymakers. On one hand, because let me zoom this in. On one hand, because it is an open protocol and a decentralized network, there is no company or central server that can be regulated. On the other hand, there are a number of emerging new intermediaries operating on the Bitcoin network that are certainly susceptible to regulation and enforcement. These include exchanges, merchant processors, and money transmitters that provide Bitcoin service to the consumers. To date, Bitcoin regulation has largely been focused on the application of Know Your Customer, anti-money laundering rules, as well as consumer protection licensing on these new intermediaries. The next major wave of Bitcoin regulation will likely be aimed at the financial instruments, including securities and derivatives, as well as prediction markets and even gambling. While there are many easily regulated intermediaries when it comes to traditional securities and derivatives, emerging Bitcoin-denominated instruments rely much less on traditional intermediaries. Additionally, the blockchain technology that Bitcoin introduced for the first time makes completely decentralized markets and exchanges possible, thus eliminating the need for intermediaries and complex financial transactions. This is kind of crazy. This is back in 2014. They were calling prediction markets. That's crazy. I mean, not really calling it. I mean, these are the guys fucking calling the shots. Bitcoin does this by distributing the necessary. Yeah, this is a long, dude. There are fucking Oh, dude, there are 66 pages of this. 66 pages of this. Bitcoin is in many ways a disruptive technology, and sensing a great profit opportunity, venture capitalists and entrepreneurs are at present rushing to develop the network's infrastructure. Among the key parts of this first wave of startups and exchanges that allow consumers to trade fiat currency such as dollars or euros for bitcoins and vice versa. Online wallets that allow consumers who do not want to run the more complicated desktop software on their own computers to carry Bitcoin balances and spend them in merchant services, which easily allow merchants to accept Bitcoin payments and have dollars deposited in their bank accounts, thus eliminating the volatility risk. It's almost like he's talking about a bridge, essentially. I don't know if Bitcoin's going to be necessarily that. I mean, you could see the evolution of where this idea was headed. That's the funny thing. Like the other disruptive technologies, Bitcoin is first taken hold in spaces that are underserved by incumbents. This includes innovative areas like micropayments and crowdfunding, but also payments related to the online sale of illicit goods, such as drugs and firearms in the US or subversive actions against oppressive regimes like Iran and Russia. Dude, what? This is crazy. This is in 2014. Kevin Polson, PayPal freezes WikiLeaks account, Wired magazine. The fuck? Because Bitcoin is censorship resistant, it can be employed for transactions that incumbent intermediaries would not process or are not allowed by law to process. Indeed, it is possible that Bitcoin's network effects were bootstrapped by demand for use in facilitating illicit transactions. Yeah, no shit, dude. I don't want to read through this all right now, but there's a lot of interesting shit in here. This is crazy shit. Regulation of Bitcoin-related financial instruments. There is some debate about whether Bitcoins qualify as currency, securities, commodities, or a new asset class altogether. Whatever the answer, the fact that the Bitcoin economy develops, one should expect to see demand for Bitcoin-related financial instruments to emerge. And indeed, such demand is already beginning to manifest itself. Dude. You just go to the Epstein database and you just type in like Bitcoin and it pops up. It'll filter everything that has the words Bitcoin in it. Oh, what's this? Challenge to anyone looking to transact using Bitcoin. There is nothing inherently volatile about Bitcoin. However, its volatility is likely attributable to the fact that it is a new currency still in the process of discovering its stable price. Additionally, as a nascent currency, it is very thinly traded, and as a result, a single large enough trade can affect the exchange price substantially. Did you see how much coordinated Bitcoin selling went on to affect this price from all the exchanges? It was like 4 or 5 concentrated. They all dumped at the same time. Very interesting. Very interesting. There is nothing. It's volatility. Additionally, positive news such as major retailers announcing they will accept the currency can make the price jump dramatically, while negative news such as unfavorable regulatory announcements can send the price plummeting. And greater media coverage of any kind will no doubt introduce more and more persons to Bitcoin for the first time and drive the new demand for the currency. Despite the volatility, though, tens of thousands of merchants accept Bitcoin for payment. That reason is that while Bitcoin's present volatility may make it unstable store of value, it can nevertheless serve as an excellent medium of exchange. That's an interesting statement. That's an interesting statement. Despite this volatility, tens of thousands of merchants accept Bitcoin for payment. The reason is that while Bitcoin's present volatility may make it an unstable store of value, it can nevertheless serve as an excellent medium of exchange. This is fucking crazy. DOJ disclosure. Yes, I'm over 18. What are you talking about? What the fuck happened? Search for library, you bastard. Bitcoin. Data set 9. Weekly returns for Bitcoin, gold, silver, platinum. What the fuck is that? The hell is this? Bank of America. When was this posted? Yo, what? Give me a date on this right now. July 2017. Global Liquid Market Weekly. Why is this in the Epstein files? Is Bitcoin a currency commodity? Neither a proper store of value like the euro or gold is measured by 3 factors. Oh, the Epstein files for sure came out sooner. To Jeffrey Epstein. From Steven Sinofsky to Jeffrey. In 2013, bro. I'm up 50% on my Bitcoin investment. Here's how Bitcoin charmed Washington. The pair of Bitcoin hearings held this week by the Senate committees could have been the disaster for their Bitcoin community. After all, Bitcoin first came to mainstream attention in 2011 when Gawker reported on Silk Road, an anonymous online marketplace that allowed users to purchase a wide variety of illegal drugs with Bitcoin. Senator Chuck Schumer denounced the site and suggests that Bitcoin was an online form of money laundering. A few months ago, it would have been easy to imagine the first congressional hearings on Bitcoin being a prelude to a federal crackdown on the decentralized finance network. That is crazy, dude. If you were around back then, like you probably, you maybe wouldn't have had the foresight to see that fucking Morgan Stanley and shit are filing for ETFs for it. That's crazy. Like BlackRock. Wow, there's a lot of Bitcoin in here, bro. There's a lot of Bitcoin. Tether. A lot of Tether. There is a USD Tether. When was this? 2018. In 2018, from Jeffrey to Verza Madar. I don't understand the model. How does the exchange make money? What happens if the value of stablecoin goes up as it is anonymous? So maybe some added value. They only have my $1. Now it trades at $1.10. On Monday, October 2018, Madars wrote, "Oh, and Tether's bank is also under heavy pressure these days. Risky. Madars wrote, "It's a very interesting topic. Basically, there are 2 types. Hard-pegged IOU-based ones like Tether or Gemini Dollar, where you deposit $1 in the bank and get 1 stablecoin. Soft-pegged algorithmic ones, essentially loans against a cryptocurrency with interesting incentive structures. The algorithm, I can't say that word, I'll say algo. Ones will probably be wiped out if there's a flash crash or another black swan event. But so far, the peg has been relatively close to 1. The most popular IOU-based ones, Tether, is widely assumed to be created for evading banking blockade for KYC and AML non-compliant exchanges. On the other hand, Gemini is doing everything by the book. They were the first NYDFS compliant Zcash exchange, for example. So not competing for random customers. There are USD Tether and Gemini Dollar trading pairs, and the peg is very close to 1 in practice." Wow. I mean, everyone kind of knew that, like Tether being offshore and never having like a proper fucking audit and shit. I mean, come on, that just kind of yet again raises red flags. Tether. Popular. Hey, yo. How do you even say that name? Malay Hi Guy? Yo, what up? With the $10 super chat, buy the dip, roll ya spliff. Yo, I appreciate that, my guy. Mile High with the $10 super chat. Appreciate that. Big E was wiped out for a reason. Yo, nah, bro, he offed himself. Come on now. Everything in this economy is about as real as a $3 bill. So if anything, this crash is pretty exciting. No fear. I'm not fearful in the fucking slightest. Not in the slightest. I like seeing prices like these. Larry Summers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on with that? What is that? Tether, the most popular IOU. That's still that data set 9. Why is it a different data set? Let me see. Mile High, thank you again for super chat, guys. Everyone who super chatted today, I appreciate you. If you guys like the stream, be sure to hit the like button, all that shit. Support, join our group on Patreon. Link in the description. Exclusive videos there weekly. Buying the dip and holding and praying. This is Crazy Town, USA. Crazy Town, USA population. 228 people in here watching this right now. Guys, do me a solid. You got to hit the like button right now. You got to do it right now. $3 bills are pretty real, bro. I got one under my bed. I got a fucking full case of them. All right, I'm trying to find my place again. I'd love to, this is from Brock Pierce to Jeffrey. I'd love to get him involved with Noble Markets, the NASDAQ Digital Currency Exchange, and Tether. This is back in 2014. We'll get you info on both. See the link. Best regards. Interesting. Wait, what? He'd love to get who involved? From Brock Pierce to Jeffrey. Oh, subject Larry Summers. That's who he's talking about? Larry. I'd love to get him involved with Noble Markets, the NASDAQ Digital Currency Exchange, and Tether. What is the link that he's linking? Hold up. The site can't be reached. Fuck, man. Dude, there's actually a lot of, there's a lot of interesting stuff crypto related in this drop. Yet again, not that it's like a complete shocker. We knew he was involved with it, but now we're kind of seeing like, it's odd seeing it in our face now, even though it was kind of always in your face. Interesting. Wants to get Larry Summers in on that shit, huh? Millions of cryptocurrency. Let's check this one. Another PDF. From FBI news briefing to who? We can't see to who. FBI news briefing. March 13th, 2024. FBI daily news briefing. We saw something with Tether in here, but it doesn't. Oh, there's a lot. So, yeah, they make this fucking impossible to scan through, but there's something regarding Tether in here. Feds seize 1.4 million of tech support scam proceeds with the help of crypto firm. The Record reported that cryptocurrency company Tether. Oh, look at that. According to the affidavit, the FBI identified wallets holding funds stolen from 5 victims, which Tether froze at their request. The article mentioned that Tether and law enforcement have partnered in the past to seize illicit funds. Interesting. Interesting. This is crazy. There's no way there's going to be XRP in here, though. Wait, what? Wait, why is XRP actually in here? Wait. What the fuck is this? Wait, I didn't think... What the hell is that? Dude, there's a drill. What the hell? Get that off my screen. This one says something about XRP, though. Oh, there's a lot of redactions in here, bitch. Dude, it's all fucking redacted. What is this? I guess you will have to figure out how to make the phrase "he's a scumbag" into words to support for policy. This is all going on in 2019, whatever this is. I guess you'll have to figure out the phrase. I guess you could argue that scumbag in Chinese means statesman. I guess you could argue the scumbag in Chinese means statesman. Could send Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Litecoin to new highs. Wow, this is all fucking redacted, dude. Whoa. So we don't even know who the participants are, who the senders are. All iMessage. Are these Photos like redacted too. So there's a full-on sentence that leads into could send Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Litecoin to new all-time highs. Copy paste. There's no way that's gonna work though. There's like it's nothing that's copying. Yeah, like it doesn't. I don't think it works. I could try it. I could try it. But like if I go up here and then hit copy. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Make that an X post. Damn. Larry Summers, participants involved in this conversation. Call me about lab. The MIT lab. Good morning, Arline. You can go back to the master now. Thank you. What the fuck? Hope all well. Let me know if you're around in June and I'll stop by. Take care. They're all scumbags. How true. Is this all the same kind of like message chain? Because like it's bizarre. Whatever, like it's just deal involving Russian oligarch and Jeffrey Epstein. Like there's all just random things in here, and then there's that random Bitcoin one, Bitcoin and XRP and shit. Yeah, iMessage. But that's fucking interesting. What's this one? This is back in 2019 from Richard Kahn to Jeffrey. The subject is Coinbase is in the middle of a massive controversy. Kraken CEO believes Ripple's XRP and the Neutrino startup are involved. What? What? All right, so this is from Oracle Times. That's an article. Oh, that's it? There's nothing more? There's nothing more? Dude, that's interesting shit. More of that Bitcoin shit, XRP. That link of like, it could send it to new highs. Oh, what is this? Wait, this looks interesting. From David Stern to Jeffrey. Subject forwarded introduction to Stone Ridge cryptocurrency cocktail reception on Wednesday. This is back in 2018. Dear David, hope you have been well. There's an asset management company out of New York City we work closely with called Stone Ridge. They were hugely successful and built up a portfolio of $13.2 billion over the last several years across 3 core strategies: alternative lending, volatility, and reinsurance. They are a great all ex-Goldman, and have 40 data scientists from Tsinghua in Beijing. They have pioneered a unique cryptocurrency index fund investment product, which is currently a private fund, but is seeking approval by the SEC to be publicly registered in the US. They've made significant headway with the SEC and will likely be the first fund of this kind to be approved. It's essentially an easy access crypto vehicle that is an index of cryptocurrencies with a market cap above $3 billion. It currently invests in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and has been in the beta stage with excess of $120 million of management, friends, family money for 8 months. They are now ready to open that up to investors, and we are working with them to source investors for Asia whilst the fund is still private. This will be This will be an easy access vehicle to crypto exposure and probably also creates a product that allows crypto to be a more institutionalized asset class. Their team includes one of the key founders of Ripple, and they will be in Hong Kong from the 4th to the 6th of April. And we would like to invite you to meet with them, either to consider this from a personal or corporate investment perspective. We'll be holding an informal cocktail reception on the Wednesday, 4th April event, venue and time to be considered, where you can meet the team and hear a short presentation on the topic, and or we can arrange for you to meet them to discuss further one-on-one. He's like, let me know, thanks, warm regards. Wow, that's an interesting fucking one too. Like, don't get lost in the past. What are you talking about? Why wouldn't I want to potentially know ties to this? All it would do is, yet again, make it even more concrete that if there's a lot more insider type knowledge and orchestration going on, which we have a strong feeling there is, but Department of Justice Morning News Digest. Yo, market. Yeah, the market is wild. Justin Sun was the translator. This one, there's a lot in this one, but they say XRP is in there. Investors can't prove XRP statements were false, Ripple says. This is in 2020, though. That was crazy. It currently invests in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and has been in beta stage with in excess of 120 million of management. Interesting. Purchasers of the digital currency XRP will claim it's an unregistered security on Wednesday. Coin launches. Check that. What's that? Information Memorandum, Alphabet Digital Currency Fund, September 2017. Offering overview. Target fund size. NAV daily. No more than 50% of NAV. Investor portal. What are cryptocurrencies? And have gained wide acceptance due to their unique features. Okay. From its launch. Oh, look at this shit. From its launch in 2009, cryptocurrency market has evolved considerably. The speed of development and adoption of cryptocurrency technology has been phenomenal, dispelling concerns over its legitimacy, and at the same time resulting in the sector becoming mainstream. But here we go right here. Mt. Gox Bitcoin, first Bitcoin exchange. November 2012, WordPress accepts Bitcoin. November 2013, Bitcoin price reaches $1,000. October 2013, FBI shuts down Silk Road. April 2013, Bitcoin price reaches $100. March 2013, Bitcoin market capitalization reaches 18 billion. But we see XRP pop up in the midst around there. Interesting. The regulatory landscape. United States, 2015, the Commodity Futures and Trading Commission classified Bitcoin as a commodity. IRS considers virtual currencies as property for federal taxation. Of course they do. 2017, SEC ruled that ICOs and token sales are sales of securities and participants will be subject to federal security law. There are 1,000 cryptocurrencies circulating worldwide. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple, founded 2012, price 20 cents, current market cap 8.15, 24-hour volume. Oh my God, remember that? Omisco? Omizego, however you say that. Wow. Dash, I remember Dash. The market has evolved away from being denominated by Bitcoin towards altcoins. The dip in Bitcoin's market share can be attributed to growing efficiencies and uniqueness of new alt currencies rather than the former's inefficiencies. Alphabet is capitalizing on these new and growing opportunities in the crypto market. Dude, this is crazy. What is this guy saying? Who is this just say thing? Who was there a bot in here? Someone fucking around. XDC can hit. Bro, Mike, tell us what the market cap is. What are you talking about? Is this guy right? Bro, market cap, liquidity, investment, blah, 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 blah. Y'all are crazy. What? Ow. Because they don't. 1 trillion will invest in the asset. Let me see. All coins have witnessed a tremendous surge in prices vis-a-vis Bitcoin. This is crazy, dude. There's so fucking much in this. What the hell is this? Why is XRP in this? What? Fuck is this? Epstein's a massage victim. This is like a court document, November 2018. There's too many pages. There's like 60 something pages, but I would just want to know where the XRP thing is written. XRP and Ripple are different? Yes, we know. What are you talking about? That's what I said. Institutions are going to full send, but after clarity. Why can't I click that? What's up with that? What's up with that, fool? Oh, I see myself twice. Whoops. All right. I don't know what's going on, but I'll just save everyone some time, I guess. All right. Digital currency. See that. Department of Justice, 2020. Oh, yeah, we were looking at that. Okay, interesting. Payment period amounts to XRP. XRP makes a couple of appearances. Interesting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I guess this makes sense. Department of Justice Morning News Digest. Yeah, because it's going to talk about... Yeah, it's a lot of stuff about the lawsuit. This is in 2012? And Brad's mentioned in it. This is from 2012? There's just a... Oh, what's that? Type Ripple? We already typed Ripple. I've been going at this for a while, so there's... Brad Garlinghouse, CEO. CEO, you send it. The history of the House of Rothschilds. The War of the World. American Express. U.S. Congressman. A lot of players in this. What the fuck, bro? Jeez. Okay. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of You Send It. So he was just tagged in that. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. In 2012,
We were advised ETA to IAD is 11:05. From Ray. Subject, Jeffrey Epstein. A lot of redacted. The passenger list for tonight is Jeffrey Epstein, blank, Boris Nikolic, and David Schwartz. I mean, David Schwartz is, I guess, could be a more common end name, I guess, but interesting. To Larry Visocki, forward Jeffrey Epstein. I just heard from the pilot, Bell Somers. He told JE department would be 6:30. Okay. Please add David Schwartz on the return trip from Washington to New York tonight. Interesting. What? Let me get a formal apology for what? His name is David Schwartz. He is an investor and architect. David Schwartz comes in. Very likely David Bowman, me too. Will be in Miami. Okay. Do this. Yeah, there's a lot of David Schwartz. That's why. Okay. Interesting. Interesting shit, bruh. Of course, Elon's going to be in here a bunch. Let me type this in. Curious. From blank to blank, everything's fucking redacted. My guess is Epstein will be a big subject on these appearances. Director Patel is recording a Joe Rogan podcast episode tomorrow, which is expected to drop on Friday, June 6th. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks, Tina. Interesting. I wanted to see if Joe was on here at all, just because how big his platform was. Yeah, they're talking about when Patel went on Rogan. From Jeffrey Epstein. Is this a Joe... Wait, what? What is this? From Jeffrey Epstein to blank. Is this a Joe Rogan where she is wearing a push-up bra and a skirt, ass wide as toilet paper, complaining that men are always looking at her? What? Are you naked? What the fuck? What are you talking about? Is this a Joe Rogan? There she is wearing a push-up bra. What? Let me know if you got my email with pictures, and if you want me to bring any other of them. Look in the picture book. What the fuck, dude? God, this is so fucking insane. That's weird. The Rogan looks at boobs, heinous. I don't even know what they were trying to say. This is crazy, guys. This is insane. How are we feeling about this? Like, what do we think this? Do we think the more unveiling of him coming out as having more of an involvement, at least investment wise, you know, in terms of Bitcoin and early development and that's like, do we think that tarnishes it at all? Because yet again, Morgan Stanley and shit and Schwab coming in, I can't see anything happening. I don't know. I just don't see anything. I don't see people really caring. Joe Hogan. Yeah, there's a lot of interest in these drops, at least crypto-wise, are way better. Then we'll see Monday the effect of the Bitcoin outflows. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think people really care. Seeing Michael Saylor in here is funny as shit too.
We got to look more into the history of Austin Hill. Because he definitely was team. He seemed very much more along the lines of team whatever he could do to go after Ripple and Stellar. Chris Larson show up? That's a good one to look to. No, Chris Larson doesn't show up. Jed McCaleb shows up. Is it 1C? Let me see how you type it. Jed McCaleb. Yeah, it's 1L. Okay, I want to see if he shows up. Because they said Jed. Jed McCaleb. Now, Jed McCaleb doesn't come up, but Jed comes up obviously a lot. But there's a million people who called Jed. But in the context of the crypto one, we know which Jed he was talking about. You know that shit. Interesting. Interesting, bitch. Interesting Harry Potter. Let me see if Harry Potter's in here, dude. Honestly, Harry. If Harry Potter is in the files, I'm done. No, not Harry, bro. Oh, man. Oh, man, dude. Not Harry. Harry. No. No. Oh, man. They got Harry, dude. Spy Kids of Harry Potter? Who's going to see Spy Kids of Harry Potter? Damn, this is as bare bones email as you can get. To blank from blank. Why would they redact that? 2013. Spy Kids? What the? Like, that's just weird, man. Like, what the? Like, why? Yeah, this is for national security. I don't know, maybe protected victims. I don't know, but if it's in the Epstein files, you'd imagine that has to be to or from Jeffrey, no? So why, like, why would, it's weird. Harry Potter, the first one. Harry Potter first one movie. What the fuck? What are they talking about, dude? Harry and the Forbidden Chapstick, bro. Harry Potter diner or dinner. Spider-Man in here? Bro, come on. Did Epstein want to get to the bottom of who Spider-Man was? No! No! Need Spider-Man tickets. What the fuck? Jeffrey Epstein wanted to go see Spider-Man? This is to do is stored on an IMAP server. Need Spider-Man tickets. Has no due date. Isn't complete. What the fuck, bro? Which Spider-Man? What year was this? 2011? Whoa, dude. Batman? No. Bruce Wayne cannot be in here. What are Spy Kids? What does Harry Potter represent? I mean, yeah, I don't know if he's talking in code or if he really wants to go see Spy Kids or Spider-Man, bro. He is a sicko, so maybe I don't know, man. Sick maniac. Batman. He couldn't afford tickets? No, I think he said he couldn't get tickets. This guy's got connections with fucking Bill Gates and shits, but he can't get his hands on some Harry Potter tickets. Dude, I could type anyone's name and they'll be in here. Batman? Yo, I swear to God, Batman's in this fucking... No, Batman! Batman vs. Superman invite, okay? What the fuck, bro? What if I type in... Dude, Call of Duty's in here? Are you fucking kidding me? To Lowton and Jason, blank. Thank you so much for fabulous desserts. They were delightful and delicious. So glad y'all could come help ring in the new year. Boys went to sleep pretty well, I think. I know I did. Boys are happily playing some loud video games with lots of guns and explosions. Ah, it's Call of Duty. I just heard them say it. Glad they're having fun. That's weird. That's weird. Like, what? Do blank? What the fuck? Is Diddy there? Type Lumia? Let me type. This is a name I want to type in. Judy Shelton is being considered for a seat on the central bank's board of governors. This is from 2020. To blank. Interesting. Yo, what up, Denny? Load. Stupid ass. Keyword baby oil. Oh no, dude. Type war. See what it said. There's probably a trillion ones that say war. Brad. Yeah, Brad was in it, but mainly because of the lawsuit. But he's mentioned. Yeah, that's mainly why. This is a long PDF. What the fuck is this? News from 2019. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. You never seen the Spy Kids break down. It's connected to Pizzagate. There are a couple of ones in here for sure where he's talking about pizza and shit. Like pizza is mentioned quite a few times. Is the term clone in there a lot? Yeah, there's a lot of weird ones about pizza. From blank to Jeffrey. Forward, pizza amore. Menu from the pizza place. Pizza amore. I don't know, maybe this is an actual pizza place. I don't know. Mr. Epstein, would you like to see the menu from the pizza place? Could someone send it, please? Interesting. Okay, like... I just learned he might want you to go to Patsy's, located at blah, 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 Ave Corner, First Ave, blah, blah, blah. Patsy's Pizza. I'm told I can get the pizza ready in 15 minutes. What the fuck? Like, what? Publix. 140 groceries. Papa John's Pizza. Papa John's is in the Epstein files. Type alien. What if I type in... because what's the term they use? NIH? No. Non-human intelligence? Yeah, NIH. Let me type in that. NIH. Wait. NIH. Because I don't know if he would type in alien, but... If an alien is considered a resident alien by the U.S. states and Puerto Rico, yeah, they're going to use that term. Alien type, yeah. Judy Shelton. What? Can you use my face for a seat? Yo, what? Judy Shelton. Type in UFO. Oh, yeah. I love some UFO stuff. To Jeffrey. From blank. Okay. Friday would be best. I would like to introduce you to Henry and have us talk on the phone first. Can I set up a conference call? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. UFO in today's variety. Joshua Jackson's Captain UFO. Feature film version. Okay. What if... Yeah, Larry. Someone said Larry Fink. That's a good one I should look up for sure. I'm sure he's in there a bunch. In regards to... People were saying there's a lot of Jamie Dimon more in this. A lot more. So I actually want to look that one up. September 2013. From Boris Nikolic to Jeffrey Epstein. Subject JPM. Panel discussion of GH investment fund and impact investing with Jamie Dimon. Posted by JP Morgan to be determined. Bill Gates. Jamie Dimon. Interesting. Yeah, there's so much. Like, you could be here for fucking years and still not get through all this. It's too much. That's what I would definitely be good for, though. You run all this shit through it somehow. Jamie Dimon. Type Iran, bro. Trust me. Dude, I'm sure. I mean, there's like 3 million plus files and stuff. It's too much. It's too much. Right? Did Obama show up anywhere? I don't know. I'm not looking at that. I'm not going to keep looking for all that. I was definitely more interested in the crypto stuff. For sure. Yeah, there's way too much content to go through. New World Order, I'm sure it's all in there, bro. You literally could spend years on end, and you will die, and you will not be able to go through all that unless you use AI. I'm sure Kevin O'Leary's in there. If I had to guess. I'm actually really curious. Oh, actually, you know what? I feel like Mark Cuban would be in this circle a lot. Yeah, his name pops up. Steve Bannon advised Mark Cuban to run his 2020 as a Democrat. I remember when that was a thing for a while. Let me type in Kevin, though. Kevin. Oh. Larry. Nope. Let's type in Shark Tank, bro. Hey, there you go. Shark Tank. From Popular in your network. This isn't Shark Tank. Wait, what? From Popular in your network to Jeffrey. Fred Wilson tweeted, this isn't Shark Tank. This is your democracy. Oh, what is this all talking about? Yeah, probably when he was trying to run for president and shit. CBDC. Yeah, it's CBDC. I would definitely guess would be in the CBDC party in the night. Actually not. I guess not. But let me see what Larry Fink's up to in the... Going to Larry Fink birthday tomorrow. Oh, I wish, dude, I would kill to go to Larry Fink's birthday. You can imagine how crazy luxury that would be. Oh, let me change this song real quick. Sucks. None of it is organic. Except your coffee, bro. Get organic coffee or die trying. Wednesday, 2011. To Jeffrey from blank. Are you here on Thursday? Going to Larry Fink's birthday tomorrow evening with family. Will not. I'll be home until 8 p.m. Sent from my iPad. Will come as soon as Josh leaves for work. See you tomorrow. Oh my god, you know who I want to see? Know who I want to see if is in here? Economics prediction that were blatantly wrong. And Jim Cramer, Obamacare will topple the stock market. Of course, fucking Jim Cramer's in there, dude. Who was that? Oh, I remember him, Mitt Romney. Joe Biden. He was wrong back in 2009. Peter Schiff. Inflation at 20% by 2009. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, dude. Kevin Warsh is in there. I saw people talking about it for sure. Yeah, Kevin's definitely in there. Of course he is. You know, all these guys in these power positions are absolutely in there. Yeah, Jamie's in there a lot. Jon Stewart, Spectacle, Jim Cramer. Okay. Interesting. Guys, hit the like button. Turn on notifications to know when I go live and post new videos. And be sure to support on Patreon. Join our group, The Minutemen. Link in the description below. Exclusive videos there weekly. And that's the best place to support the channel if you want more content daily and live streams and shit like that. That's it. It's been a successful day. I appreciate everyone with the super chats. It's what allows me to keep doing the daily lives and shit. And that's it, bro. This was an emergency. Be sure to follow me on X. Keep up to date. I tweeted that we went live today. Yeah, in case the YouTube notifications don't work because they like to not do that sometimes. Bro, but that's it. We covered a lot of ground today. There's actually a lot of good crypto stuff in there. We barely scratched the surface with that. But that one tweet of Austin Hill talking about that is really crazy. Saying that they want to take out Stellar and Ripple because they fucking are encroaching on the competition, and that he was kind of saying it in a way that implies, yet again, Epstein or whoever else, the Ito guy from the MIT lab, Bitcoin core developers, all these guys, there's a lot more cross-pollination. A lot more. Which is interesting. And that thread, bro. That email thread where they're talking about a whole bunch of nothing, and then they send that link of like this redacted whole sentence.
we'll send Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, all these into the stratosphere, basically. That's a weird one, too. So, I appreciate it, guys. Join on Patreon. And that's it. I will see you in the next one.